Hello, this is Sunil Sunder Raj with the Ordell Sports Roundup. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Riverdale Golden Hawks varsity boys cross country seniors Jack and Matt Murray, the Murray brothers. Again, thank you, Jack and Matt, for taking some time out to speak with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. No problem. Appreciate it too.
Congrats, Jack and Matt. As said, before we came on the air, just talking about said this season, your senior season, and looking forward to again. I said the state group meet championships at Homedale on Saturday, November 13th. Said time is winding down here as far as the cross country season. Can you guys both talk about so far your accomplishments this year and just how the team is performed as well? With the Riverdale Golden Hawks, varsity boys cross country team.
Yeah, we've had an up and down year. I mean, it's good to be back. No COVID this year, or at least a little better. We've had some good meets this year, especially with Alex, our sophomore,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best on the team, and we have a good group of runners with Max and McGinnis and Arturian. I can't name them all, but it's just a good year. We had a good year. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, it's been a great year. It's a great group of runners. It's been a year to never forget because of winning county champs in 7 years ago. That brought our momentum, carrying this into Homedale. There's a lot of great runners. That I'm glad to be running with. Alex is one sophomore. He's been great. Shows a
Mm-hmm.
lot of leadership in the team, and I love it. We're always coming to practice a positive mindset and something we put put towards the meet, and we're just out there run good.
I had to ask you. I know you guys have run multiple races at Darlington County Park. I think also Garin Mountain as well. I want to ask you about both of those courses. You've run those, I'm sure, in previous years. What just about both of those said places? Just what makes it so special, and just in terms of running, just some of the challenges, and just if you guys, both of you guys can, as said, speak to that as well.
Yeah, starting off with Darlington. Darlington is definitely an easier course than Garrett, but still has its challenges with running through the sand on, I believe, the second mile. It just brings a lot out of you. It's very
Yeah.
tiring. And there's not really too many hills besides towards the end of the race, and I think the 1.5 mile mark, there's a small little hill, but there's no really hills that affect you. But as for Garrett, ran there a couple times. Uh, the final stretch is a giant hill with a curve, and I can't explain how hard that hill is.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the race, it's just tough, but everyone can finish through it. It's only, I believe, an 800, and yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt. If you
Yeah,
just can talk about about both of
yeah.
those courts.
Darlington, I know, like it's a more easier course. The sand is tricky. It like gets some people's legs out of energy, burns you out a little, but you just gotta keep going. So as to say, only the first and 2 miles that matter in the race. You gotta get strong, get
Hmm.
very good start, get out strong, and you just gotta run hard through it and just pace yourself.
Yeah.
And for Garrett, say you gotta get out fast. It's like a very fast course until the end. So
Hmm.
you gotta do good. I know the end is brutal. It's the hill. That's where you burn out. So you're not racing to the end. You just gotta race for the first 2 miles.
I had to ask you. I was just trying to do some background work, just going online. The Best of Bergen Group Championships. I believe that was the Big North Divisional Championships. I think had placed 3, 6, 7, 8. They were in the top five. There was Maximelo, Lucas Lopez, you, Matt, and Matt McGinnis, winning the Big North Patriot title, the first since 2016. Talk about, I mean, how special that was. I mean, a huge accomplishment, said for Riverdale High School and for this boys cross country team.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we could accomplish that. I mean, Delps really pushed us, and he was very happy. We were all happy. It's just great to see. We have a lot of young guys on the team, so it's great to see them accomplish something like this on their first years on the team. And yeah, everyone on the team's got passion and heart. and you just love to see it.
Yeah, I just feel like going in the last year of COVID 20, you don't know if there's going to be a cross country season. And
Mhm.
finally, you begin like a full season this year. So give you some momentum going in because this the first year normal in like 2 years. So that brings like, what can we accomplish this season? How are we going to do it? I feel like that's something we took advantage and worked hard at practice. Everyone did very good. They did their part. And I feel like we've turned into a very good team.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Alex down, before, and that because you guys propelled him to that win, so I had to ask you, I mean that was again a great moment. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is he's only a sophomore and he's just a great leader on this team. He pushes everyone for practices and meets, and he's just a great runner. He's a great guy to run with, and I'm happy I got the chance to run with him these last 2 years, junior and senior.
Hmm.
And yeah, he's on the track team too, so I still got 2 more seasons with him. I'm happy.
It's great.
I can't say enough about Alex. I really think he's one great leader in the team because he'll always push everyone to do good, not just like the varsity guys. Shows that he really cares, and it shows that I think he's taking a big role only as a sophomore. And I feel like it's been great to run with him as we leave this year. I feel like well, he's going to be a bigger role of a leader, and he can lead this team to more championships to win.
Yeah. You guys talked about, I mean, with COVID, heading into this year, I had to ask you the uncertainty because, so we're still in the thick of this thing, but knowing that you were going to have a cross country season, how important was that for both of you, especially?
Yeah, with our senior year, and we missed most of last year and stuff. I mean, it's great to hear it. We got a couple more meets, so I mean, it's happy that we had another full year and we had a great year. So we still got another meet this Saturday. So
Yeah.
just happy we had this season. It was definitely a well needed season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel it's great to be back for a full year. It's like the last year, senior year, last year to show it's like what I can do and what I could accomplish. It was just great. I did got a lot of PRs this year, and I feel like we really accomplished, and not just to the individual of the team. And I'm just
Yeah.
really proud of how we all ran very good this year.
That's great. I had to ask you. I was just doing some research that as far as accolades that you were named. I think they had an all-star, said group. I don't know if both of you, Jack and Matt, were named to that list. I had to ask you. So those personal accomplishments, as you alluded to, Matt. Personal records. Those PRs. Those are important to you guys as individuals. Just talk about that as well.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor getting the recognition. The PRs are obviously very important to us, and I'm glad I had a PR myself this year. Just running these past 4 years, a PR is it's just unexplainable to you. Um, yeah, I can't say much about it. It's just like when you get that PR, it's just you can't explain it much. It's just like relief. Like you
Yeah.
got that, you did that. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I can't say much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's really great when you get PR because it shows that you've been working harder and harder to get there. And just like when that shows, like when I cross the finish line, I just feel like, how can I do it better next meet? Because that's what I want be going on for the mindset for not just cross country, winter track and spring track too.
Yeah, that's a great segue because I had to ask you, preparing, said for meet, as far as, let's say the day before, then, so once, that day approaches or, you're, several hours away, just in terms of both of your routines. And then once you're at that start line and then, as you mentioned, Matt, crossing that finish line is just, it's probably such an adrenaline rush. Just talk about that, guys.
Yeah, crossing that finish line. I mean, that last 800 miles, that last 800 meters,
Hmm.
you're just gassed. Like you have nothing
Yeah.
left in you, but you know the race is almost over. So you just push, give everything you got, and once you cross that finish line, you know it was all worth it, and you understand that hard work you just did, and it was all worth it. Helping your teammates, helping your team, and doing the best you could.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it's just such an honor. Like you're completing the race. I feel like there's you're all tired, but you got to finish strong because like you got to believe what you got in. And I feel like my teammates pushed me too, and I pushed them, and it's been great to run with them.
How tough is that, especially balancing out the role of a student athlete? When you have a meet, said a day where you're going to school, you're in there, several hours, then you have to like shift your attention, to running. That's not easy, to do. I'm just wondering how you guys are able in that moment and just training your mind, your body, said, and then in terms of if there's anything as far as like what you eat, especially on the day of a meet, just I was curious about that, guys.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a Monday meet and a Thursday meet this year.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's tough going to school and then I think we leave last period usually. I think we did on Monday and Thursday.
Okay.
And I mean, it's you just have to shift your attention from your schoolwork to cross country. And I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard because you got your mind on school all day,
Hmm.
but now you got to focus on running and hard work and stuff like that. And for things we eat, I mean, you have to drink a lot of water, definitely. Eat
Hmm.
light, nothing too big, but yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I feel like when I wake up in the morning, I have to put all my attention in school, and I feel like I would translate that the same way for running because doing my best. What can I accomplish today, and what are the steps I have to do to have a good school day and have a good race? Many steps of preparing, like Jack said, drink a lot of water, eat
Mhm.
carbs, and I just feel like when I wake up, I think of these steps and how can I apply them to today.
So how does it, with post race, stretching, and then just in terms of that recovery process as well, guys, talk about that because that is just as vital as, I said, what your pre race, I said routine is as well.
Yeah, I mean, the post race is kind of similar to the pre race. Usually, when we finish, we get a couple minutes to cool off and relax and stuff. And then we usually have to run a cool down mile, then stretch a little. So, I mean, no one really wants to do it, but
Yeah.
Phelps tells us how important it is to run after. You can't just sit down and not stretch or do anything. You don't want to get hurt. So,
Hmm.
yeah, as tough as it is, it's a necessity.
Yeah, I feel like post race the same, just as much as important as pre race because you got after the race you're not done. You gotta stretch, cool down. It's very important to move your body a little so you can get nice and loose the next day. And it's what we do. We really work together, the team before and the
Hmm.
race and after the race.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about competing against other, high schools, especially in the Big North Conference. I'm sure over the years you guys have made friends with, quite a few, as said, runners on the opposing, as said schools. Talk about that, like, in terms of, competing with them, and as said, I'm sure you're going again to know a lot of them, and I said, especially when you're in the heat of battle, like you're trying to finish as high as you can, for your school, but just talk about that as well, just forming those relationships with the other runners as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're running against a ton of tough opponents out there. Just one for example, actually, Demarest. We got to know a couple kids on that team. They're a good group of runners.
Hmm.
Still a rival for us. I mean, we're friendly with them, but when the race begins,
Yeah.
it's all war out there. I
Yeah.
mean, we gotta beat Demarest, and I mean, we gotta not just Demarest, but we gotta just work together. And sometimes, I mean, Delps tells us to stay together and just pick off kids one by one.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we're all friendly with everyone there, but once race time begins, it's hard work.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's great competing against these schools because like what are these runners? What do they run? What do you have to do to beat them? How can you beat them? I feel like we work together as a team to just push through this and beat them. And it's I know I'll give it to them. They are very good. We're competing against some very tough opponents like Demarest. It was tough for the
Yeah.
county. We didn't know if we were going to beat them, but we did a very good week of practice. Ran a good race, and we all pushed forward and beat them.
It's great. I was going to ask this question later on, but I wanted to, is it asking now is running together as brothers, for the, for Riverdale High School. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So I had to ask you, how, I mean, it's very unique, but how special that has been, on this journey here, Jack and Matt.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's cool running with him. Just like my two older brothers, they ran together. But it also gives me a little like competition. We're very competitive, so when I see him go in front of me, it makes me just want to pass him again. So I mean, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great run with my brother. I said Jack said my older brothers they both ran. It was great watching them compete. How good they did. They had a lot of fun together, and it was just a special moment. I feel like the same was him.
Well, that's great. I was going to ask you later on about family. So you have two older brothers, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, big family. So four boys. Just as in terms of, did they also attend and graduate from Riverdale, and just in terms of athletics as well? What sports they played as well?
Yeah, they attended Riverdale. They graduated. They also did cross country and track, which
Okay.
is basically what brought us into it.
Yeah, I feel like brought us into this show like what they accomplished. They talked to us about sport, how what we need to do, and they just helped us through the years, and that got me into it because they really changed my perspective on it, and can't say enough about it.
That's great. We talked about, said this group of runners, on the boys' team. I did the breakdown here. I think it's what you have six seniors. I think it's eight juniors, three sophomores, two freshmen. Uh, I'm wondering, from your guys' perspective, uh, not only this, current group, but the future. I said for Riverdale High School for the varsity boys cross country, how it pans out, from going, moving forward next year.
I think we got a good future. We got a good group of juniors for next year. For the sophomores, Alex is just I can't say enough about him. He's a good leader on this team, and he will continue to be one when we leave. And we have a couple, two good freshmen. We have Lucas Lopez is a great freshman. I'm sure he's going to be a good leader on this team. He's gonna be a good runner. But I'm not too worried about the future. I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, I think we'll have a good future because they're a young team. We've been pushing right now. A great group of juniors that are stepping up, like Matt McGinnis and David O'Torre. Sophomores, Alex, he's such played a big role in this team and leadership, and freshmen, even them, they show some leadership because they're always on the practice. They're always pushing in. We're always helping each other. So I think it's going to be good for the future, and I'll want to see
Yeah.
how it goes.
No, definitely. I think I see you guys quite a bit. Said running. Said through the streets of Riverdale. I said definitely around the grounds of Riverdale High School. In terms of practices, because those are just as important. I said when you're running. Said leading up to a meet. I wanted to ask you about that as well, guys.
Yeah, I mean practices leading up to a meet. We usually have one really hard day and then a couple medium days. But that hard day is very important to us. It's important that we run very hard at least one day during the week before our meet so we can get ready, we can get our legs ready, we can get times ready, what we want to run. But yeah, practice is very important, especially a week before a meet. And it's important that we're running every day.
Yeah, it's good. We really the week of practice we really say what can we do to win this meet. And we always have a good practice. We got that hard day. It's very important that like it's very hard, but we push through it. We're doing good. We pre-meet. We always stretch before practice, and these is just something we're doing and that follows up in a cycle that we do that helps us uh have a good race day.
Mhm. I didn't want to leave the girls cross country team out here because, of course, I mean, you see what they've been able to accomplish as well. This season and past years. We've had some stars. Definitely, I was able to interview Christina Allen. Amanda Merkovich. I mean, there's Alex Gears. There's some stars on the girls cross country team. I'm wondering, like, just that interaction with the girls as well, and just what that is, been like for both of you. Said these past 4 years.
Yeah, the girls team is great. They're a great group of girls. The Merkoviches, obviously, as you said,
Yeah,
graduated last year, but they were
yeah.
outstanding. They were incredible. And now coached by Urso this year. I mean, they're in good hands. Yeah, they did great this year. So I mean, it's cool running with them too. They give us motivation,
Hmm.
and yeah,
Yeah, they're a great team. The girls team is very good. We're always with them, and it's great. You said like the Merkoviches, they were very good, and Urso, he's coaching them now. It's great because we're always seeing this
Hmm.
and they're a great team. It's good, and motivation is important and fun to run with them.
That's terrific. You mentioned head coach Stefan, Del Piano, and I think not only it said, of course, the head coach of the boys varsity cross country, but also a teacher as well in the school. Just talk about his leadership, the support that you've received here the past 4 years, and just what some of the intangibles that he brings to the table, guys.
yeah. I mean, it was great having Delps as our coach these last 4 years. I mean, he's really as much as I love the teammates we have. I mean, I love Delps just as much. He's like a teammate to me. He pushes us every day for practice. And I mean, I can't say enough about him. I never got to have him as a teacher,
Okay.
but I mean, yeah, his leadership is just outstanding. He motivates all of us. You can really talk to him whenever you're in trouble or something like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, he motivates us, practices, meets, and he brought us to the team we are today. And helped us accomplish this championship we won. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It helps with our coach. As I say, I also am a teacher, so it's great because he like always very helpful me, showing good leadership, and he brings everyone together to show what they can do. He's always working with each other, and great because he shows a lot of our team spirit, and it's really amazing that he brings us forward to the team, and I would like to see what he does in the future.
It's great. Just have a couple more. Can't thank you guys enough for the time. I mentioned the role of being a student athlete. I'm wondering, for both of you, how you guys. I mean, as a number of athletes about being organized, time management during the course of the week, even the weekends. How you guys are able to again, I said, bounce out and just keep your grades up as well.
Yeah, I mean, school is as important as cross country for me. But I mean, it's important to balance your time. Of course, I gotta study and practice. I've practice every day after school.
Hmm.
So usually when I get home, I make some time for when I can study and stuff too. So it's just as important for me.
Yeah, I feel like running and schoolwork is so important to me. It shows like after school I practice. How can I manage my time management skills? And I feel like it's good because like you can't waste any time, and something that I've accomplished for 4 years now.
It's great. Okay, let's talk about Riverdale High School. Support from your fellow students, from the teachers, administration, and athletics, led by, I said, athletic director Dennis Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, I love this school. It's done so much for me these past 4 years. Mr. Nelson's just a great guy. I've gotten to the chance to talk to him these past 4 years, and he's just a great guy to talk to. And yeah, this the athletic program at Riverdale is just outstanding, and we all owe it to Mr. Nelson and everyone who does sports at Riverdale. I mean, yeah, we've got a great group of guys in this class, and I'm excited for the future. Football team's still going, so I'm
Yeah,
excited for that.
yeah,
Yeah, that it's the school is great. It's like a second home. All the teachers are good, and the athletic department's very good. Mr. Nelson, he's a great guy. He's always happy with everyone. He's so nice. I feel like with athletics, he's always like pushing everyone to do it. he really shows accomplishes every team and like the really gives them the credit they deserve, and it's so nice to see that.
It's wonderful. It's so intriguing is that you have students from two towns, Oradell and River Edge. And I asked, said a student athlete told this time is that how that mix, factors in, that here you go, I mean, middle school, and then it translates, to the high school, for 4 years. I'm wondering, like, you've gotten to know kids, from River Edge as well, how that component has worked out and just in terms of, building, friendships as well, guys.
Yeah, first going to the middle school, I mean, it was kind of nervous, didn't know like if I was gonna make too many friends with these River Edge kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously these 6 years, I've gotten to make a ton of friends from River Edge to Oradell, and we all love each other. Two great towns,
Yeah.
and I'm just happy I got the chance to know so many of these kids. I love these River Edge kids. I love these Oradell kids,
Yeah.
and I mean it's great. It's great that we mixed them.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great starting with middle school, like going to another town. Really, all family here. So I've made so many friends who were very and great bringing together. I've been with them for 6 years, so it shows like Oriole and River are coming together, and it's great to see in the high school for Riverdale.
Yeah. Just speaking of Moradell, just talk about, what makes this town so special and just being able to grow, grow up here.
Oh yeah, I mean I love Oradell. I'm so glad that we're from Oradell. I mean, growing up, OPS I went to. I loved OPS, and there's so much stuff that everyone does for this town, and I can't say enough about the people from Oradell too. So much nice people in this town, and yeah, there's so much great things to say about it.
Yeah, Oriole very special. It's great. OPS. There's so many things that are special that we come to as a community. I really like the town, and it's great. It's very good that we're get to live here. Very lucky.
Hey, talk about putting that Golden Hawks jersey on, what that represents to both of you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Putting that jersey on represents a lot. You represent Riverdale, and you gotta be ready for that. And I'm just so grateful that I got the chance to do that. And upcoming for this spring winter track season, and yeah, I'm just grateful I got the chance to compete for Riverdale. Great school.
Yeah, I feel like putting on the jersey it really represents Riverdale. Obviously, it represents the community. I feel like just an honor because like wouldn't want to go to any other high school, and it shows like so much pride I have for the school, and just I really love it. It's great.
Great. Okay, I don't want to forget about family. You talked about your brothers, but I'll, ask you about your parents, just the support that you've received from them, said these past 4 years at Riverdale High School.
Yeah, I mean, for my brothers, they got me into cross country and track, and their bonds with Coach Del Piano and Coach Urso brought me with closer to them, and it got me to know them a lot better. So, I mean, having my brothers mentoring me about school and sports, and yeah, like it was just great. And for my parents, they give me a lot of support, and I'm just so happy that they gave me all this support. And yeah,
Yeah, it's great. My family, my brothers, they always push me to do good. It's great they brought me into sport, and my family, my parents, they always push me to do good as well and try my best. And they all at my races supported me, and I can't thank them enough.
It's great. And so I was wondering what your older brother's names were, guys. I don't want to leave them out here.
yeah, my older brothers mean a lot to me. Obviously, as I said before,
Yeah.
brought me into cross country and track. But I mean, yeah, they're just like leaders to me. I can look up to them, and yeah, they've just taught me so much.
Great.
Yeah,
Oh,
great. They
go ahead.
showed so
Yeah.
much leadership to me. I can't believe I've been so close to them all these years. And great. I've always went to cross country meets there are that are and
Hmm.
really very special.
Very nice. So, do you guys plan on continuing, running in college?
I think I might want to do track in college, but I'm
Okay.
gonna have to look into it. Excited
Yeah,
for this season. So,
it's great.
Yeah, I'm looking into right now. I'm not sure, but it'd be something that I would not want to just give up. I want to continue, even if it's not in college, just running for my life because it's just something I've done for a long time. Very special to me.
It's great. So, I was just wondering for both of you guys, growing up, what sports you played, and just what makes running so special.
well, growing up, I played basketball and baseball, and I did track too. And I actually really loved basketball. I still love basketball, but I got the fact to understand that I was probably a little better at track, and when I first realized that, I was a little iffy on it, but now running track these past 6 years, I was happy I did it, and I'm even more excited for this upcoming season. So yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's very special. I did basketball, baseball growing up, and I really do enjoy those sports. But I feel like when I try track, it's just something like found my passion with. I'm very good at it, and it's just something I kept on doing when I was a little kid, and I plan on doing it for the future.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Okay, guys, final question. Um, and I think you guys are both in a great spot. What is your advice for younger kids, for athletes out there that want to take up, said running, track and field as well?
I mean, don't be afraid to sign up. Don't take time for granted. Give it a try. You might like it. You might love it like we do. And yeah, give it a try. Don't be afraid to try it. Delps is a great leader, so obviously. So I mean, yeah, might as well sign up, give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but nothing hurts to try.
Yeah, I feel like the same thing. It's very good. Everyone thinks cross country is running. I don't want to do that, but it's just more than just so much more than running. We became such great friends as a team, and I feel like the same way if they do it, and it's good to try. We got very good coaching there, Delps in there, so always leadership in there. Always making sure everybody's happy, and they're just something I would give advice to someone else, and I would try it.
That's terrific. Okay, guys, you have the last word. If there's anything I've left out here, you're more than welcome to add. I said if anybody you want to mention or just thank, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I just want to say I love the football interviews. We usually watch most of them, so I mean it's cool seeing you interview my friends, and excited for this game Friday.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank
Yeah,
you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, really appreciate your time. So great. I always see the interviews too, and just so cool that like really just like they're getting the credit and just like very special for us, and really just thank you so much.
Thank you, Jack and Matt. And you know what? Wishing you all the best. The rest of the cross country season with graduating is said in 2022 in college. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.